Hello everybody, this is Commander Strain and welcome back to World of Tanks. Yes, World of Tanks, my first World of Tanks video in about a year. With the changes to Armoured Warfare in February, where they're limiting PvP battles to Tier 9 to tier 10, I wasn't able to play some of the vehicles I wanted to play in that game. And with a new update coming to World of Tanks in March, update 1.0, I thought it was time to go back and have another look at World of Tanks. Get a feel for it, because I'm definitely going to be playing it when the March update comes. So I gathered a trusty companion in Flea, and we platooned up here on the swamp map. It's a Tier 9 game, and we're going to push down the south side and just try and have some fun. Now this game is not the most fantastic game you will ever see. It's not a 10k damage game, it's not a 15 kills or a Radley Walters medal or anything like that. It's just me playing the game as an average player, trying to get back into World of Tanks and get used to how different it is compared to Armoured Warfare. The accuracy is not as good. The mobility, although it's not as bad as it used to be, it's definitely not too much different to a lot of the vehicles now in Armoured Warfare. So as you can see, Flea and a couple of other friendly vehicles are pushing down the K line. I'm pushing across here. I want to get up onto the corner around about H4, I think, and just see if I can get some shots across into the side of any vehicles. I think this is probably the first game I've played on Swamp since they made some changes in over a year. So I'm still relearning all the maps, and there's so many new vehicles in the game. There's, Swedish vehicles now, there's Czech vehicles. At least one thing, though, I've got Sixth Sense, and it went off there, I got spotted by something, probably by that tank destroyer. There's a Conqueror up there as well, and there's also an M103. So I'm trying to aim here, there's a little gap there onto his turret. I don't think it would have penetrated even if it hadn't hit, and he returns fire and misses. So you can see my team are trying to engage a force of enemy tanks in that southern part of the castle. I see an IS-6 here, he bounced on me, lovely shot onto him, 503 damage. So we bounce a bit of damage, and now I'm thinking, do I want to push on? I don't know what is, in the C2 area, we've got no spotting over there. I don't think there's anything on the, the F4 and 5 area to shoot across me if I push. But I kind of get bored of waiting, I want to get on and have some action, so I decide to push forward. You can see most of our teams seem to be fighting in this lower ridge. The enemy have been quite aggressive in the middle and on this southern flank. So I'm pushing here. I'm a little bit concerned about if anything is going to come to my right. You see I've turned the turret to the right. I get spotted there. That makes me turn the camera to the right. And I push on now onto this IS-6. He's gone into the actual castle fort itself. I'm still looking to my right to see if anything can shoot me. Going slowly up the hill. Flea is doing some sterling work in the middle along with the rest of the friendly team. So we're kind of pushing up. There's a Conqueror up here, there's an IS-6, there's a Jagdpanther. I'm going to see if we can get any sort of action here. There's a T-43 coming up to back me up. He's doing what he should be doing, which is flanking. I'm doing it in a heavy tank, so we like to do it in style. There we go, an M103. Oh, lovely shot into him. That T-43 nearly pulled out in front of my shell. And there's also the IS-6. The M103 gets taken out. The IS-6 is backing up. And as Jingles would say, it's surprise butt sex time. And there we go. Lovely shot into him, 484. T-43 puts a shell into him. We're just going to push around. 1375 puts a shell. He's down to 20 hit points. I should ram him. He's aiming his gun at us. But I decide to waste a shell and do it in style and take out 20 hit points for kill number 1. So, thinking about going forward onto these, and I think, let's try and flank again. It worked the first time, maybe it can work the second time. We're definitely dominating. We're 2 tanks up, and we're controlling this lower corner of the map. Well, there's an enemy Panther M10 that's heading towards our base. So just pushing around here now. You can see the back of the Conqueror, lovely shell into him, and he gets taken out. And now we push onto the Jagdpanther, but our team are now swarming what's left. So we're up to 2,107 damage. We've got 390 damage bounce and 106 spotting damage. So I'm thinking about heading north towards the enemy base, and then I see the enemy forces are in and around our cap circle. There's a Panther 88, there's a Panther M10, there's a couple of other medium tanks there that are swarming. So I decide to push down here. I can see that Panther M10 pushing down here. So I'm just kind of waiting here. I get spotted, get a lovely shot into him, and he gets taken out. So up to 2,613 damage now. We're just pushing down here now as slow as we can. Just seeing if I can get some shots. Take a bounced shell from the T-43. There he is. He's over there. He's on 457 health now. Let's take another hit. And I decide just to push down Our team are doing really, really well. We've got a healthy lead now. Looking like the game, unless something drastic goes wrong, will be over. Flea's got a kill as well, so it's 2 kills between the platoon as it stands. And I'm pushing down after this M10. Heading round. He backs up. Shot into him, and we take him out for kill number 2. There's now a Panther 8.8 over here. T-43 is pushing aggressively round to try and get him. I don't think I'm going to be fast enough to get there very, very quickly. But maybe the T-43 will stop. Yes, he does. So now we can push over this area and just try and use any gun depression we've got. And I'll be honest, I cannot remember the gun depression of this tank. 5 degrees or something like that. Doesn't feel much. We'll just push on, get in front of the T-43, bounce a shell from him, put a shell into the Panther there, and we get kill number 3. Flea's on kill number 2. So I'm furiously shouting in Duskull, Flea, we need to get that last one. We need to get that kill for you for that 6 kills. I think it's a brothers in arms for 6 kills in a platoon. I could be wrong. There's a few enemy tanks left. We need to get over there. I'm thinking, God, we're just too slow in these heavy tanks. But here we go. 1 enemy tank left. And this has been an absolutely fun game. I'm really enjoying World of Tanks at the moment. And, you know, there could be more replays for World of Tanks coming up on this channel as we try and just expand out from Armoured Warfare. But now we're just pushing in now. We've done 3,419 damage. We bounced 810 and 106 assistance damage. So we push on and the enemy tank gets taken out. And a win. So let's take a look at the post-game results. It wasn't an outstanding game, but I still ended up doing 3,419 damage. I got 3 kills. I earned 898 base reputation. And as I didn't use any premium rounds, I actually made a profit without a premium account of 24,403 credits. So with only a few games back in World of Tanks, I really had fun playing this game again. And that's something I never thought I'd ever say. So you may well see some more World of Tanks content on this channel. If you've enjoyed this video, please do give it a like. If you disliked it, a dislike. Tell me in the comments though why. Tell me in the comments if you want to see more World of Tanks content on this channel, or if you want to see me focusing more on Armoured Warfare. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll catch you in the next one.